Hi there, this is the Victats podcast. This is a podcast about tatting, not the skin and ink kind of tatting, but the needle, shuttle, and thread kind of tatting. I also talk about other crafts that I do, such as cross stitch and crochet and knitting. There's been no knitting this week. There's actually been very little cross stitch because last weekend I went to the Finger Lakes Tatting Guild seminar on Sunday. I missed the beginning of the day. So I've been in a very, very tatty kind of mood. And I got myself, these ones I had before, all of these threads. Now imagine all of these threads, and I only had, I should have went back through them, but I bought them in sets of 2, and I actually ended up with 2 sets of one kind, which is fine because that'll work out for, my hair's doing weird things today. That will work out for a doily or something. It is, sorry, I forgot to say the date. It is like April 21st or 22nd, somewhere in there. I know I have to get my taxes done this week. That's what I know. Yep. So all I've been doing mostly all week is winding threads and touching them. Although I've been tatting them up as I find them, but I'm not really sure where I have been putting the bookmarks, apparently. Okay, so like I say here. Just so I can kind of see what color it is. So as I wind them, yep. And I only wind one because I love the way they look when they're like this. I just love the color, so I like to just touch them. I think they're works of art themselves. So these are the Carrie Solomon hand-dyed thread. That's what that actually. This color is, what's it called? Oh yeah, I don't think it has a name on it, so I just named it. Is that what happened here? No, it's amethyst. Apparently, there we go. It kind of looks like this. Somewhat. Anyways, so that's how I roll. And then, like when I got home on the Monday, I actually did a little quick review if I post it on the Monday, but about my weekend, but yeah, see, so I've been, like I said, rolling them up like crazy. And then the other thing, so yeah, going to this thing is like kindled my tatting bug. The other thing that happened is on Monday I got so I thought I wasn't going to the Finger Lakes Tatting Guild, so I had done a bunch of ordering because I figured I was saving money. I felt very virtuous, but that didn't work out because I ended up going and spending. So, so I also had ordered from Darlene Dion Designs, which is on Etsy. She also has a floss tube, Darlene Dion Designs. She's a fellow Canadian, but I ended up ordering because she also sells quilt patterns as well as cross stitch patterns. I ended up ordering from her these and by the way, I love them. They're so beautiful, so gorgeous. 2 of these from her. And I had ordered from Lisa. So I ordered from Lisa at Tatting Corner. And what I have learned is I might as well just go order to the border, pay a crow across the border, pick it up, pay duty, and come across, because I think that's still going to turn out to be cheap. Not cheaper, but the same price, so I might as well. I ordered the little boxes they have of crochet hooks, because this is this collection of crochet hooks, when they come like this, they're on a little, lobster claw, and they have all different colors, and then the beading one comes with a cap. So I ordered a whole bunch of those. Well, not a whole bunch. I ordered 2. And then I ordered all the thread colors, except by accident I ordered 2 orange crutches, but believe me, I never go wrong with oranges, so that's fine. All the orange colors. She was out of the one color of gold, and she said she couldn't get it from Barbara. Like, she couldn't order it from the company because they're out as well, so fingers crossed, hopefully they get that back. But this is one of my favorite colors, which is Honey Drizzle. And I was out of Honey Drizzle because I was doing a big doily with Honey Drizzle, and a hand-dyed thread by Carrie called Namaste, and a blue, and I think there was a brown with it. And so I had bought a bunch of these, and all gone. So, and like, so, sorry, I showed you that color. And then this bowl is courtesy of Ginny West. Oh my God, Ginny Weathers, because she's asked me if I needed any Rubbermaid bowls, and clearly I do. It's got a little handle on it. Cool. And then, let's see, what else have I been doing? This is my other one. My other thing of crochet hooks. Okay, so I've been doing that, and yes, I slept with these the first night. I didn't, okay. I was sorting them and fell asleep. It's up to be the same dip. So I had them sorted in pairs, and then they weren't in pairs when I got up. And the only, like, the color that I had the repeat on was one called, so I actually ended up getting, I was really careful to make sure that, to try to remember all the colors I already had. But it turns out I already had Arctic Sky, and they ended up with extras of Arctic Sky. And they're pretty matchy, so I think Carrie's got them pretty down with the color. So what I decided I would do with that, why is there that little fuzz buzz in there? Anyways, what I decided I was going to do with that is use it on my Renelec 2017. I'm going to do my last rounds with this, because this is a lot of thread. Like 75 yards times 4 is a lot of thread. So I think that'll be enough to do the last couple rounds. So what have I been tatting? I thought I brought something. I guess I chose not to. Yep. Oh yeah, that's not showing up at all. I've been doing this round. So, and I started that, I don't know if I started that when I got home, but I know I've been working on it. So I'm up to, I've got 33 repeats more to go, I think, on that. And then I'm gonna start with the Arctic Sky. So you can see there's a lot of blues and purples. And I figure if I end up running out of the Arctic Sky towards the end, then I'll do the outside round with like a purple, because there's lots of purples and colors in here. So I worked on that, and had it laid out, because when they get bigger, it's easier to lay them out. And then the other thing I worked on, I was doing this a lot, was also my Renelec 2024. And I thought that this would be a round of doom, because I was really worried when I did it first last week or the week before. But I actually, now that I've got it kind of memorized, I'm actually really enjoying it. So, because you've got to go around the outside, across here, and back around. Now, I don't think this is going to be my best sitting doily ever. I think it'll always be a little wonky because of the challenge of it. Because you can see for a while there on the weekend, I'm like, oh, it's not cupping at all. But then it was cupping slightly. So anyways, so I think this is always going to be a little bit of a, oh shit. Oh my God. I just stabbed myself. Oh my God, that hurts. Oh my God. I was hiding ends and I forgot that. Oh, ouch. That's why we need to put things into containers, Vicky. Oh. Okay, I'm bleeding a bit. But anyways, ouch. And I just shoved it back in there. So I've clearly not learned my lesson. Okay, anyways, so here's the colors. I actually this gray does not appear as pretty as it really is in real life. Like, you're not getting the subtle colors of it, but to be honest, it looks way nicer tatted up in this pattern than I thought it would at first. It actually looks it looks really good. And the colors, like with the right light, they pop. I don't know if you can see that one. When there's light shining on it, these colors really pop. anyways, so yeah, and that color is oops, what am I doing here? I'm getting all tangled up. That color is one that I'd had from before, I think, but oh yes, somehow I didn't think to leave the color name in it. The other thing I started to do is I actually like to tat ball and thread, and I learned this lesson before. I'm forgetting your name. No. Australian tatter, down at the Fringe. Famous. She's got the Order of Australia for her tatting work. Somehow this is going to pop up a name for people who know tatting. She had showed us to use these these orange peels that they use in quilting and actually in cross stitch now too. And I'm going to buy a bunch of them to use to hold my, to see how good I'm going to buy more of these because I think they're handy. So I used it, I actually started to use it to hold this so that the thread doesn't get affected as much. And I've been using this as my shuttle when I do, because there's thrown off rings. Like this one ring is a ball ring, or a throw off ring, or a take off ring. There's a couple different names people do it. But basically it's a ring above the tatting line, and it's done with the ball thread. So instead of having to have two shuttles, which I don't like to do because you have to change thread more than I think you need to, I did this. And then just FYI, lots of rings in this pattern. So I think I got 1, 2, 3, 4. I think I got 5 rings in before I had to change shuttles. Had to add new thread. So if you're doing this, plan on with size 20 thread, for sure. Plan on changing your shuttle thread. Yeah, look how pretty is that, eh? And I think the nice thing about this Renalock 2020 pattern is there's a whole bunch of places where you could stop and just end it. So this thing would look absolutely amazing if you put it in I wonder if it looked nicer. Oh yeah, see how that kind of, it would look absolutely amazing if you took an embroidery hoop with something, you know, and put a material or paper material, and had this kind of hanging in there. I think this would be a really cute design to this point. And like I said, super fun, super fun. So not a round of doom, which I was afraid of, instead very fun round. And then for the next round, because I have 2 skeins of it, I'm going to use something called Rainy Day Blues, which I think will really complement the gray and the one I just did. And when I picked up my collection of threads, I did try to pick ones that had grays in it, and purples and all that. So I think that I have a lot of color options. But I have to tell you something, I wound up the ember, but I haven't tied anything with it yet. So I think my absolute favorite color was ember. Like, look how gorgeous that is. And I love these, like, these brown, yellowy browns. Like, it's just beautiful. Anyways, gorgeous. And then the last thing I did, or over this weekend, so I got, I think 3 of each repeats done, 3 or 4 repeats done this weekend. But the other thing I did was, let me take it out, is I think it's Sandy Stitches. Sandy Stitches, I think. And she does like cross stitch exchanges, and I didn't sign up for the last one, but I thought I would sign up for this one. And oh my God, it looks really bad, sorry. I'm walking around like this too. And her theme for the exchange is fun under the sun. Maybe, yeah, something like fun under the sun. And I went through a whole bunch of stuff and picked out different things, and you know, had tried different things, but I ended up going with this. Not because there's any flamingos here in Ontario that aren't in a zoo, but because I just thought that, you know what, summer is synonymous with flamingos, I think, or sunshine. And so sunshine's synonymous with but with flamingos. And I didn't put all the stuff into the pattern. One, I did this here differently at the bottom, so it looks like he's standing in the water. And what I did was long stitches. Now, originally when I was doing this, I had a couple moments where I was going to do, oops, there goes my lighting. I was going to do beading instead, but I thought, you know, I don't have any beads right now, and I have to go buy the beads, and I don't know when I'm going to do that. So, in case you're wondering, I have a light. I don't even know what they call it, ring light. And it plugs into my computer, and when my computer shuts down because I'm not using it, then this thing was out. Oh, okay, Lucky, 1 second. Lucky is not having a good week. He fell down the stairs a couple years ago during COVID because they wouldn't let us, we weren't allowed to go get our dog's nails cut. And that was about, 2 weeks before I was going to do it. And so his nails got so long, they got caught on the stairs, and he fell down the stairs. So he's having a bad back day. And I did take him to the vet, and the vet said everything was fine, but I really wish they'd done an x-ray on him. But we couldn't go inside because, COVID. What I should have done is just taken him to the emergency animal hospital. But still, I couldn't go in with him. So anyways, whatever. It's all fine, but he's having a bad week. So he's on Metacam, and he's very sucky right now. But anyways, okay, I'm carrying him everywhere. Okay, so this is how it turned out. I'm going to make one for myself because I really love it. And this is on size 32. I was really nervous about starting on this size 32 fabric, but the more I stitched it, the better it was. So, and I think it's Fabric Flare. I got it from Knowledge and Needles. It's called Knowledge and Needles, and it's in Brighton, Ontario, which is about half an hour from my cottage. And she's only open in the summer, and she's not generally open, or why don't I go more often? I end up going on long weekends for some reason. But totally love the way this turned out. So I am going to make it in the exact same colors for myself. Now, the thing I had contemplated doing, but I was like, no, I'm not going to do it, is we do have blue herons around where I am, and especially at my cottage. So I was tempted to change this over and try to make it more look like a blue heron, but I really didn't have the energy. The other thing is if you change his beak a little bit, he looks like a swan. So I might do some swans, because I am totally into swans lately because I have swans out in front of my cottage at certain times of year. Anyways, so now you can't see how beautiful this is, but this really did turn out really good. And I think, well, I can't remember what the name of the fabric was. I don't buy hand-dyed, okay, so it's weird that I prefer Aida, but I don't buy hand-dyed Aida because I'm such a snot about the fabric. Like, say this, I did this in a hoop. I had to do it in a hoop, and because it's all, and I don't like hand-dyed Aida that I have to put into a hoop, because like the point of doing Aida is that you don't have to worry about any of that stuff. So I'm one of those sick people that like the crunchy Aida. So when I have the crunchy Aida, I dye it myself, right? And when I'm at Knowledge and Needles, I don't buy her Aida cross stitch fabric because I just don't like it. It feels like, to me, it feels like soggy marshmallows. So still looks beautiful, but soggy marshmallows. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, super excited. And this is it HMP Studios? Can't think of what it's called. Yeah, HM something Studios on Etsy. And at the same time, I had bought one with Quake. So this is kind of a Quaker design. I'm going to go buy more of the Quaker designs. But I also, there's a really cool one that had like air balloons. So that's what those called? Yeah, air balloons? Yeah, air balloons. And we used to have an air balloon festival here in Ottawa. So originally I was going to do an air balloon and do a stand-up, and I was like, it's too much thinking. So I instead did this. Yep, which is fine. The air balloon pattern I bought, which is big, it's a big pattern. I was just going to take one of the balloons out of there. I love the trees on, so I'm going to at least stitch the trees, if not the air balloons. I really want to do an air balloon as a stand-up. I don't know. Anyway, so this is in here for now because I think I'm going to go to Wool Time and get a hoop and do a hoop finish with, and then do rickrack around the outside of the hoop and put some tatting on the back. But it might end up being, if I see the right fabric, I might do a pillow finish. So I'm not really sure. Anyways, yep, I'm pretty sure I'm going to do hoop finish. And I might paint the hoop, because it's a wooden hoop that you can buy there. I might paint the hoop an obnoxious color. I also saw that there's little plastic hoops that come in kits at both the Dollar Tree and the Dollarama. So if one of them is the right size, I might use one of those instead, because if they come in a pink, that would be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Yeah, did I tell you I love it? I really love it. And I did cut the material too big, but that's all right. Super de-duper love this. Cool. Yep, so this has been a super tatting week, even though it doesn't, oh yeah, and you might wonder about the bookmark pattern. It's the same bookmark pattern I do, because it's my own and I remember it, and then I can screw around while I'm doing it too. And there's a whole bunch of other things I realized I could do with that base, but then I have forgotten it because I don't want to waste my tatting thread and I can't remember it later. These were skeins that I had before that I was thinking of using at different points for my for this doily, the one that I'm now going to use the Arctic Sky on. But it's not pretty. It's called Naturalize. But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to go with the Arctic Sky. So these will go back into a container, but I don't want to put them with my new ones. I want to put them with my pre-existing ones so I don't get confused. At least for a couple weeks. Weird, right? I know, weird. On another note, I'd just like to say that I have actually found this to be super handy. So it's super durable, super whatever. I like this kind of practical material, super handy. And I actually think those bags that I bought from Ginny will be actually really good for tatting, or not tatting, cross stitch, and I think they'd be really good for Mill Hill kit. So, you know. Anyways, all right. Hopefully I haven't talked too fast and I make sense, but I wanted to tell everybody to like and subscribe just because I know you're there. Victoria and Danny, you don't have to do that. And you don't have to do it if you're like me and you watch on something that does not have a that's hard. Like, so if you're watching on TV or you've downloaded everything, then don't worry about it. Not a big deal. I'm going to do it anyway, so I know what's going on. Plus, it helps me keep track of my hair and how fast it's growing. Anyway. Oh, just as I know I told you this before, but I was looking at it. As an update, I do find that this is a good method to keep the doilies flat. And I've been just hanging a baggie here with it. So it does work somewhat. I have to go buy more felt because I want to make myself some more rolls for my tatting. For all my bookmarks. Okay, alrighty. Now this time I'm seriously going to go. All right, cheers.